Dating the Kingdom Way. Dating the Kingdom Way. Dating the Kingdom Way. Dating the Kingdom Way. Hello, family, and welcome to another edition of Dating the Kingdom Way, where we help kingdom citizens date and relate by divine design. I am your host, Brianna G. Whitaker, award-winning author, speaker, and promoter of godly relationships. And usually I am joined by my wonderful and amazing husband, Russell Whitaker, but you all know it is football season. And so I gave him the night off so that he could go ahead and enjoy his football game. All right. But don't worry, because I am not alone tonight. I have three phenomenal women who are going to join us as we talk about sisterhood, God's way. All right. And so you may not already know this, but next Sunday is actually National Women Friendship Day. And as a woman who is growing a lot closer to 40, and I am growing in these days, and this year, 2020 has just been a year of growth for me. I don't know about you all, but it's been a year of growth. And so I thought that it would be helpful to explore the dynamics of these types of relationships, because I've been doing a lot of reflecting and a lot of thinking back over my life and over the relationships that I've had thus far. And so when I think of women friendships, I think of sisterhood. Okay. And so before I introduce my guest, first of all, let me say we have some viewers already tuning in. So I want to thank you guys for tuning in with us tonight. And I want to thank those of you who are going to watch this in the replay. Please share this with somebody. But what I was going to say was, since we're talking about sisterhood, why don't you tag your bestie, tag a woman who has made a significant difference in your life, and shout them out. Shout them out in the comments, invite them in and let them know that we're talking about sisterhood. And this is your opportunity to say something good about them. I'm pretty sure that it's going to make them smile and it'll make their night. All right. So I appreciate that. I appreciate all the shares and all the love that we're going to get on tonight. So without further ado, I am going to introduce these ladies to you. And the first sister that is coming to the stage is my neighbor and my friend, my new friend, Mrs. Altavia Boyd, aka Allie B. And I'm going to share her bio with you before I bring her on. Altavia Allie Boyd is a counselor, life coach, consultant, and motivational speaker whose unshakable commitment, encouraging mentorship, and creativity have all earned her the reputation as a change ambassador within her community. Over the course of nearly 2 decades, she has gained extensive counseling experience through her military service, financial planning, and ministry. Above all, she has been in the business of helping people thrive socially and spiritually for as long as she can remember. Allie's affinity for empowering others began early on, and her avid interest in counseling led her to pursue her passion and calling as she went deeper in the pursuit of wisdom and knowledge of freedom within oneself. Today, she is the founder of Allie B Consulting, where she dedicates her time to helping pave the way toward intimate and personal growth, professional prosperity of worth, and spiritual freedom. And I can say that in the short time that I've known her, she is a woman who likes to empower others. And so I welcome Allie B, all right, to the show.
Hey.
Hey, girl, hey.
Hey. Let's go. Hey.
All right. Look, we got some more coming. We got some more coming to the stage. Power coming to the stage.
Yes.
All right. So the next sister that I'm going to invite on is none other than Coach Ebony Cornish.
Yes.
Fit and fab lady. All right.
Fabulous.
Yes. So Ebony Cornish is the founder of Fit and Fab. She is a fitness and mindset coach whose focus is helping women overcome the cycle of quitting in their lives and gain control of their health and fitness. She is a leader within her industry and has been featured on national TV as a weight loss testimonial for the #1 home weight loss company in the world. She is a motivational speaker and has inspired many to abandon fear and achieve their goals. She is a dedicated wife and mother of an 8-year-old son. And so welcome, y'all help me welcome to the stage, Coach Ebony.
What's up, ladies? Hey, Brianna. Hey, Allie B.
Hey, all right, we got one more powerhouse coming. And y'all, she did not send me a bio, so I'm going to have to flow on this one. But she is none other than my BFF, my best friend, Melissa Watson. And I know that Melissa, she is a graduate of the University of South Carolina with a Bachelor of Arts degree, I think. She told me in business administration. If I'm wrong, she can correct me when she comes on. You should have gave me your bio. But anyway, Melissa is the mother of a beautiful 10-year-old. She is my goddaughter. And she is, like I said, my best friend. She and I have been friends for, probably about 15 or so years now. It's been a long time. It's been a long time. She's a master organizer and declutterer. So if you need somebody to come and organize your closet, okay? Yes, person to call. And I invited her on the show because to me, she is the best person to talk to about helping people because she is a helper at heart. And so welcome to the stage, my BFF, Melissa Watson.
Yay! Hey, Melissa.
Nice to meet you, ladies.
Hello.
Yes. So, man, we're going to have some fun tonight. I have never done this before with 4 people, but I'm excited. I'm excited about the conversation that we're going to have tonight. And so, again, we're talking about sisterhood from God's perspective. And this show is all about, relationships and what God has to say about relationships. And not just dating relationships, even though it's called Dating the Kingdom Way. We want people to really do all of their relationships according to the Word of God. And so the idea for this show came from the fact that next Sunday is National Women Friendships Day. And I thought, man, this is a good opportunity for us to explore sisterhood. And when I was thinking about the show, I hear some feedback. Do you guys hear some feedback?
Yes, I think I'm going to mute. I think I'm going to mute the microphones while you're talking. So.
Okay. I don't want anybody to miss any of this. So, all right, that sounds better. That does sound better. But when I was thinking about the show and preparing for it, like what would we talk about? God put in my spirit 3 words: affirmation, accountability, and assistance. And how those 3 words really embody what a true sisterhood should look like and what we all need in our relationships. So the scripture that is coming from is Proverbs 27:17. And from the easy to read version, it says, as one piece of iron sharpens another, so friends keep each other sharp. And so that's what we're talking about, keeping each other sharp. And how do we make each other sharp? Well, I thought about an axe. Okay, I thought about an axe, and I was thinking about these 3 words as it relates to iron and an axe. And you have the affirmation is what makes the axe shiny. It makes it look brand new, right? And then you have the assistance. That's the handle on the axe. Because without the handle, you're not going to be able to aim that axe where it needs to go. And then you have to have the accountability, because that's what makes the axe sharp. That's what makes it able to be effective and to cut what it's supposed to cut. And so That's just my analogy of iron sharpening iron and how these three words fit in. So again, I'm so excited and elated to have you ladies on to talk about this very important topic. And so we're going to start with affirmation. And so that's my sister Allie. Hey, and let me tell you guys about Allie. Okay. Like I said, ever since I've met her, she has been the sweetest person. Every time we talk to each other, it's always, hey, beauty, hey, gorgeous, how you doing, lovely? And I'm thinking to myself at first, like, why is she doing all that?
Absolutely. Absolutely. Tell the truth, girl. Tell it.
Like, why is she really doing all of that? Is that genuine? But I have to say that I really do believe that she is genuine. I really do believe that it's coming from a pure place and that she means what she says. And I already told her, I said, it takes a very secure woman to tell another woman that she bad. I'm telling it just does. It's not always easy to do that. And so I appreciate you for that, Allie.
Thank you.
Yes. And I do want to ask you, what is it that causes you to greet people in that way and to do that?
I guess when I see people I'll treat people how I want to be treated. First of all, let's just say that, we get so past, balled up and past, especially in the way of the world, all the beauty is supposed to look like this, or she looks like this, or she does this, or her hair is like this, or her lips are like this, or her clothes should be like this.
Right.
When the first thing everybody needs to know is that you already have beauty within yourself. There's nobody like you in this world.
Right.
Like there's nobody. God broke the mold when he made you. There's nobody else like you. So the first thing when I see people, it's like I see beauty because I've never seen you before.
Oh, wow.
Never. Like, so when I see you, I'm seeing you for the first time. I'm seeing this beautiful creation for the very first time. And so when I see you, it's like absolutely beautiful, absolutely gorgeous, and not based off what we see. And of course, in magazines or how the world portrays it, that's great, but there's no one else like you. So when I see that, it's actually a gifting. And I know a lot of people have it within them as well, but people speak the beauty in people because, let them know how beautiful they are. Because somebody, may have not said it, but if you see it, then speak it. Speak beauty out of people. Right. And I think that's really jumping back to iron sharpening iron, because you have to see people and not go on a jealous rant or an envious rant, but like, oh my God, you're absolutely gorgeous.
Yeah.
Oh my God, you're absolutely beautiful. Oh my God, you're absolutely amazing, because you are, because I've never seen you before. So.
Right. And you're right. That is a gift. And the Bible talks about that, that gift of encouragement and uplifting others. And so, again, I think it's special, and I appreciate you for doing that. And so we had a conversation the other day when I was visiting you, and you said something about, I speak what should be coming out of you, or I speak what I see. So why is it important to do that? Why is it important to uplift and encourage other women, especially?
Yes, because I think in this time and age, especially they give women and sisterhoods and such a bad name. We're like this or we're like that. And that's really not the case. It's just that sometimes we see something in someone and it's like, oh my God, instead of doing this, we should do, oh my gosh. Instead of doing this, it should be, oh my gosh. Because if we change our mindset, it changes your views. It changes how you see people. Instead of turning your nose up, turn it down and say, yes, girl, walk with that jerk phone. Yes, girl, wear them heels. Yes, girl, you're a great mom. You see somebody baby crying and you see her having a date, I get it. It's always important to let people know that you're not alone, but also I see you. Because I think it's the movie Avatar, and I don't know if anybody seen the movie Avatar, where she goes, and I think it's at the time where he's in like his little cave, and she finally sees him as a human, and she's an avatar. And she's trying to save his life. And she said, I see you. And he's like, I see you too, which really is that intimacy. I see you past, what you see. You have an inner beauty, or it's just very important to let people know that you see them and you see the beauty in them, and they're not alone in their struggle, because it's beyond just seeing beauty. It's also seeing people's pain, because you see people's pain, but also their pain is beauty to me.
Yes.
Somebody straight up like, it's okay. Like, I get it. I see you and I understand you. So it's just that being on the same page with each other and knowing people that they're not alone and that somebody sees you is very important.
Yes, and I see Coach Eb is shaking her head because she's like, I know.
Yeah.
Do you want to chime in? Because
Yes, Coach Eb.
even with your
Go
ahead.
Allie, as you were just speaking about how we see each other, that we begin to think about why I even wanted to start coaching. Because I remember when I was losing weight and I was struggling and I would be all over social media and I see all these people's successes and I'm like, what did you do? Tell me, help me. Like, what did you do? What did you do? And I desire to be that person that could say, I know the struggle.
Absolutely.
There's so much power when we can identify with someone else's struggles and reach out and say, let me show you how to do it, sis.
Let me show you how to do it. That's it, Coach Eb. Let me show you how to do it. And that's the gifting of it, is when you know, like Coach Eb, when you know your gifting, when you know what you're called to do, then that's for me to lift my hand. I said, let me help you get to your best, because you know, I'm in my process. I know me. And that's what goes back into knowing your worth. And when you know your worth, and when I know my worth, let me help you show yours. Iron and sharpen iron. Girl, I see you. You know, iron sharpen iron. I see you. I see you. And that is the most beautiful thing, Coach Eb. Thank you. That was amazing.
Yes, definitely. Yeah. So then let's talk about this whole jealousy piece. Because like you said, sisterhood gets a bad name a lot of times. And a lot of posts, you know, I see it's like women competing with one another or hating on one another. And, you know, I really wanted to bring out the fact that there are women in the world who are not thinking that way and who are not doing that. And so why do you think that some women withhold compliments, or why do they withhold that goodness from other women? Let's talk about that for a minute.
Of me or Coach Ed? Which me?
Well, I'll tell you. You can start.
Okay. I think that, you know, in growing, like especially in growing up, I think it's just natural to have a desire to, I guess when we grow up, we have a mentor, somebody that we want to look like. You know, we all kind of mentor with somebody like, oh, I want my hair like that. Oh, I want that outfit. Or, oh, I like that. Or, oh, I like this. And then there's a time to where you're like, it's like a little, you know, especially competition. Like, I mean, we're very competitive, and not just women, but in human nature. As you can see, we're very competitive. Everybody wants to be the best or the next, instead of just being who they are, because you're already the best. Right. So when you get to that place of knowing, again, we can go back to work again. When you know who you are and why God has placed you in this world, and that's where Coach Eb and myself, as well as the coaches, we're pulling that out of people, because sometimes people can't see that. And again, it's a gifting. But when you're pulling that place out of you and that you're flowing in your process, you know, you see. I mean, of course, we still have moments where we're like, all of us still have it. I don't care what nobody tells you. She's kind of cute. But then real quick, I'll snap out like, come on, Alex, get together. And then I'll make sometimes I will kill that place, real talk. And I'll go to like, girl, you look great.
Thank you.
Because I don't want the enemy to get no footstool, because if I'm coming at you with jealousy and envy, that means there's a blessing on the other side that I need to get through, because sometimes the enemy puts up walls like, don't you say nothing to her, or don't do that. You're right, I'm going to say nothing because I can't believe anything. But instead of that, I'll go through that place, because I know my blessings on the other side. And I know as long as I'm here and this body and flesh, I'm going to have issues. But I'm going to go through that place and say, girl, you look amazing. You're killing it. I'm going to do the opposite of that. So we got to renew our mind with the right spirit within us, and changing our mindset of how we see things, and not doing it the old way. Let's do it a new way. Let's change some things. So that's that part.
Go ahead. I'm sorry.
And I think in some ways, I think many times the feeling I get when I embrace and come across someone else is often a mirror.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
So when I see someone and I feel something inside me, what is it? If it was something negative, a lot of times it's probably because it's some unresolved issue within myself.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Which is just becoming now a mirror to me to identify, like, where does this feeling come from?
Mm-hmm. Right.
And that falls under our own accountability and our own realization that I can achieve anything that I want. There is nothing that I can't have.
Right.
And
It's
we
not
think
limited, right?
there's no limit.
No limits.
Not at all.
But a lot of times, I think sometimes we feel like I remember, and since weight loss is kind of like my thing, I would see people who lost weight, and the feeling is like, oh, here she go again. She posted another one of her pictures. Oh my God, here she go.
Mm-hmm.
But why do I feel that way? Because deep down, it's something that I desire to have, but I feel like it's out of reach for me.
Yeah. Right.
So I think that's a lot of our personal growth, to understanding that there are no bounds and there's anything I can have, and I can just reach out to this person or reach out to someone else and say, there's nothing I have to be jealous for, because anything I want, I can have.
Absolutely.
And this is my inspiration.
I love that. We are each other's inspiration.
Yeah.
We're not each other's competition. We are each other's inspiration. And there is a thing that is called that godly jealousy, but that's not. It's for the purpose of getting us to the next level.
Yes.
Not for the purpose of discouraging us, but it's for the purpose of saying, "Oh man, if she can do it, I can do it too." And like you said, let me find out how she did it. And I was going to say the same thing that Allie said about the best way to overcome that spirit of jealousy is to do exactly the opposite of what it wants you to do. So it wants you to withhold that goodness. It wants you to withhold that that compliment, but you need to give it. You need to give it anyway. And what good things we make happen for somebody else, God is going to make happen for us. Absolutely. So when we start sharing that with people, then we'll in turn receive that same goodness and that same
it's like planting seeds. It's important. Like, what kind of seed do you want to plant? Because you're gonna reap what you sow. Exactly. So what you put out is what will come back to you. I don't care if people call it a universe. No, you reap what you sow. What you put in is what you get out. So we're literally planting seeds all over the world, into people, into the generations, not just ourselves. That one compliment. I think of it this way: if I withhold something from somebody, that one moment that I had with you can change not just your life, it changes your children's lives. It changes it's generational. It's not just for this moment. Such a time as this, and like it's bigger than us. So
yes, exactly. And I got to shout out Mr. Russell Whitaker.
He's showing love.
Yes.
Behind the story. Yes, baby. Thank you for watching.
I need to go ahead and put this up here to share this up here.
Yeah, y'all go ahead and share. And again, thank y'all to the people who are tuning in right now. Go ahead and share the broadcast. We want as many people to hear this as possible, so that they can be encouraged by this conversation as well. Thank you for the hearts and the thumbs and all of that. Keep it coming. Keep it coming. Yes. So, and as you see, my bestie, she got, I guess, lost because of the internet connection, but she may be back on. So we're going to keep our fingers crossed and lift up prayers for her that she can get back in with us. But I wanted to ask, I know you just gave a lot of advice just now, but if you had to say a couple of words to the person who is feeling that way, Allie, I really don't, want to be that way with other women, or I see her as my competition. I see her as somebody who might step in my place, or I see her as somebody who has something that I want and I can't have. What would be your advice to that person?
Well, I think most of the time is the best thing is when you see something in somebody, like I don't walk around and just say, oh, it's just like,
right.
It's within your comfort zone, because again, it ain't for everybody. So don't think it's just something you have to do because we do it. Like you have your own gifting of encouragement or comfort practice. So do what's in your comfort zone. But if you ever get that place of where you feel a jealousy or envious, then that's a place where I tell you, like, go lay that, pray about that place and see, like Coach Ed was saying, like, it's a mirror reflection. That means, like, literally a mirror reflected off of you. It's not necessarily you, it's me. So when we stop trying to point things at people like you did this and you did that, no. You can only be offended. You allow people to offend you. They don't offend you. You allow people to offend you. You allow people to offend you. You allow that. So you get what you allow. So you have to get to a place where you're ready to just be in a place of peace with somebody. So what would you want from that person? If I'm a mirror to you and I'm throwing shade at you, guess what? You're going to give me shade back. If I throw a smile at you, guess what? You're going to smile at me back. And if you don't smile at me back, then we need to talk like, okay, then, let me why are we smiling? And check that place and check it within you to make sure you didn't have an offense or you didn't do something, or because again, it really does start with you. And I know people always want to point fingers, but if I'm pointing a finger, there is like,
yes.
if I'm pointing a finger at you, there's like six more pointing back at me.
Right. Exactly.
I can't sharpen you if I'm not being sharpened as well. Let's say that. I can't sharpen you because as I'm sharpening you, girl, you're amazing. You're amazing too. You're awesome. You're awesome too. You can do it.
I like that.
We can do this. You got it. Like Coach F, girl, keep pushing that. One more step. Give another sit up. You can do this. Like we need that. But we need what we have in each other to make somebody else better. Your gift is not for you. It's for somebody else. So thinking about, oh my God, it's not for you. You're not for you. You're for somebody else. But you also need to understand your worth for you. So when you understand your worth for you, it will work for you.
And you know what? I like that, and I know that there have been times like when I first became an author and all of this, I was thinking to myself, what is it? I mean, there's so many authors out here writing about the same thing that I'm writing. What's gonna make me different? Why, what's gonna make me stand out? And you're right. God had to tell me, well, like you said, your gift is for somebody else. It's for your particular people that you influence. So this person over here can be writing about the exact same thing, but she has people that she influences. You have people that I have that I've called to you that you're going to influence.
Absolutely.
There's room for everybody.
There is.
There's room for all of us. And God, He's just that big. He's that big.
He is. And He's bigger than that big.
Exactly.
Exactly. Absolutely. And, we.
All right. Go ahead.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Okay. Did you want to add something to that, Ebony?
No, we're good. I love that.
All right. Well, so let's move on to the accountability portion. And so, can I save the company, Coach Ed?
I
just want to make sure it was okay to say it.
Fit and Fab. It's just Fit and Fab. It's Fit and Fab.
Fit and Fab. Coach Ed is my Fit and Fab coach.
Yes.
She's my Fit and Fab coach. So we've been rocking together since 2016 after I had my son. And I was trying to get that snatch back in my waist and all of that. And so she's been right there with me. Anytime I call on her, she responds. She gives me great advice, and I'm loving the new workout, by the way. I'm loving it. So, she is a wonderful person for accountability. And honestly, there are a lot of times you have a video up, and I have the cookie right here, and I'm like, turn her off. I don't want to hear that right now. That's the accountability, honey. It doesn't feel good. But let's talk about why is accountability important?
Okay. So, and you know what, Brianna, let me tell you, you're not the only person who tells me that. Like many of my friends are like, when I see your post, I have to scroll faster. Like, I don't want to hear it today, Coach Eb. No accountability today. I don't want to hear it. But definitely accountability is the secret. Like, everybody wants to know, what's the secret to success? What's the secret to weight loss? And when it comes to weight loss, education, running a business, anything for us to be successful in, it requires accountability.
Yes.
Accountability is rooted in self-discipline.
Yes.
Which is the absolute probably hardest thing for many of us to do.
You're exactly right.
And when I think about it, oh snap, Melissa Yes. Love it.
Yo, girl, I'm gonna talk to y'all beautiful ladies one way or another.
Yes.
Make the devil out of a liar. What if you ever use a cell phone not to connect to Facebook? Get out of here.
So our self-discipline and our accountability is so important because it's the bridge between what I say I want and what I actually accomplish.
Mm-hmm.
And, you know, throughout, I think about so much, like always when I'm sharing my story about my weight loss, I always say, you know, I was the queen of quitters, and I was.
Yeah.
Any reason was a reason to quit. I'm tired. The kids are driving me crazy. I had a hard day at work. I'm stressed out. Everybody's getting on my nerves. Like when I'm going through those times, I realize that I have to get this under control,
Right.
or else I'm going to stay exactly where I am.
Yes, definitely. And so, is it ever hard to hold other people accountable or to be held accountable yourself? Talk about that.
Oh yeah. So it is always easier to hold other people accountable.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's easy to tell somebody else what to do and then we don't do it, because again, it is a lot easier to show up for other people than it is to show up for ourselves.
Wow.
Right?
Wow. Isn't that the struggle of a woman in general?
Yes.
About it. If my calls and says, you know, if my job calls and says, hey, everybody, we have to work overtime. We need you to come in. You got to stay an hour later. What do? We might complain and grumble, but we're going to go. We might complain and grumble. We're going to get up and go. If my son has a field trip and I have to be at the school at 6:30 and normally I don't go until 8 o'clock, guess who's going to be up early to take my son to the school?
Yeah.
Because that's important. That's important to me.
Right.
But when it comes to ourselves, it is often we often put ourselves on the back burner because it requires a certain amount of discipline, and discipline sucks. Discipline is not fun. You know, we think about our children, and I think this was really what gave me a good eye opener. My son, it was up to my son. He would stay up all night. He would be on his iPad 24 hours a day. Yeah. But I know, baby, you gotta go to bed because you have to get up in the morning.
Yes.
And does that discipline hurt him? Temporarily.
Yeah.
But I know that the end of that is success. The end of that is you waking up and not being exhausted. So it's easier to hold other people accountable when we have to call ourselves out on our own stuff. It requires us to look deep down inside and put that mirror up and say, you know what, Eb, you got to do better.
Right. That's right. And
right there.
It is hard, but the Bible talks about, you know, fools despise correction. Fools despise accountability. And so it does benefit us to listen when other people are telling us the right thing to do and showing us the right way to go. It benefits us. And we suffer when we don't accept accountability.
Right.
Because that's the easy way. That's the easy way. That's the broad way that the Bible talks about.
Yes.
That's the way that's going to lead us to where we need to be ultimately. And so how do you push through, Coach Ed, when you have those times where you're tired and you've got this to do and that to do? How do you push through and hold yourself accountable?
So I think it's a few things. Number one is focusing on our why.
Yes.
And for the longest with my own health and fitness, and I refer to that because that's my area, but it can be applied across the way. You know, what is the why? Yeah. When I think about people who have gone far in their education, everybody doesn't complete their degree.
Yeah.
Everybody doesn't go. And why don't some people finish? It's too hard. It requires late night studying. It requires going to class. If you're going to class while you're working full time, there's sacrifices involved. But for myself, I realized that for the longest, I wasn't really clued into what my why was.
Yeah.
My why, when I started, I used to say, oh, my why for wanting to be healthy is I want to be around for my son and my husband. I want to be healthy for them. But I mean, I go to McDonald's with my son and we're going to eat McDonald's and we're going to be fat, full, and happy together. And, you know, my son was not truly my why.
Oh, wow.
When we think about it, I wasn't, because if he was my why, then when I would think about getting up and working out, I didn't wake up and like, I'm tired. I don't want to work out. Oh, my son, I have to get up and work out.
Right.
He wasn't my why.
That's good.
You know, sometimes people will say, I want to be around for my grandkids. But your child is only 9. So is grandkids really a driving force that's going to get you to get up at 4:30 a.m.? Yes. But I realized that the why is often rooted in pain.
Mm-hmm.
So when I began to really think about, why do I want to lose weight? Like, why? What is going to make me get up at 5 o'clock in the morning? And I had to look, Brianna, and really say, what is my pain? And my pain was that I was 30-something years old. I checked off all the boxes in my life, got married, bought a house, got a kid, got a promotion on the job. And at this point in my life, I was overweight and I no longer who Eb was anymore. I became somebody's wife.
Somebody else. Yeah.
I became somebody's mother. Because think about it, ladies. When we were in our 20s,
come on, girl.
Journey, dreams, goals, aspirations. I'm gonna buy this house. I'm gonna get this job. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do that. Yes. I'm gonna get this car.
Right.
As we check those boxes off, we poured ourselves into those things, and somewhere along the line, I forgot about me. And then I looked up one day, and I didn't know who I saw in the mirror anymore.
Right? You forgot about you. That's good right there. We forget about you.
Wow. Allie, we forget about ourselves.
Yeah, tell them.
Wow.
Yeah.
It was in that moment I said, you know what? My why isn't really about my son. It is about being healthy because I didn't have health issues, but the why is rooted in the pain. The pain was that I realized I no longer like shopping anymore because I didn't like how I looked.
Yeah.
And I began to hide a little bit.
There you go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I wanted to have that zest back for life. So I was like, my why is that I want to be Eb.
You know what I'm saying?
I want to look in the mirror and be like, yes, girl. Yes, girl. I want to walk by the mirror and say, woo, and be proud of myself and be proud of waking up, taking care of myself, and pouring into myself. And when I began to find the pain, that's when the why became strong enough.
That's true.
For me to have a renewed purpose for life.
Yeah.
And to realize that when I show up as my happiest, then I'm a better mother, and I'm a better wife, I'm a better friend, a better sister.
Yes.
Absolutely.
So I think for many people, the first part is to figure out the why. When we come to our accountability, why? What's the why? And then the power in the why will bring about us to finding how to change.
Absolutely.
Right. I love that. And I can attest to that. When I started to take my health more seriously and to actually take the time out for myself, I felt a lot better. You know, my attitude was better. My mood was better. I mean, I just felt overall better. I was in a better headspace. I could think clearer. And so I totally agree with that. It's something about taking care of you and that self-care that you're able then to give back to other people.
Yes, absolutely.
Absolutely. And that self-care is that self-worth. Like, I am worth looking like I want to look. I'm worth want to be this. You know what I'm saying? You're worth that. You're worth being your best mentally, physically, spiritually. People, all that's connected.
Yes.
Allie, I think about what you were saying about being able to show other women love and being able to shine the light on them. Many times we can't even shine light on other people because we're not shining a light on ourselves.
Absolutely. Yes. Absolutely. And you have to realize that you oh, sorry, said it, Brie? Oh, see.
No, she said she felt that one.
Yeah, absolutely. Like, I feel that too. You have to, you have to realize you have to get the light and shine on yourself. So when I shine it on you, then I know what it feels like to be, I know what it looks like. I know what it is to get up in the morning and be disciplined and go running and getting my body together. I know what it's like to get in meditation and get in my prayer, get in my work to be better for myself mentally. I know what it's like to, to do these things because you, again, accountability. You're not doing this by yourself because I know what it looks like. I feel it. I'm sharpening it. I get it. I get it.
I can't sharpen you, sis, if I'm not
sharpened. It keeps you warm. It keeps you warm. Like this is not gonna keep me warm, but this does. This does. Me and you, sis, together, and that's about the process is that we're not supposed to do this together. Like God says, man is not meant to be alone. We're meant to be relational. We're meant to be there to help each other. We're meant to be there to, again, sharpen each other in accountability and help each other be the best that we can be here.
That's right. Yes. And you know what? Too, we are in the last and evil days. I mean, I don't know. I've just been thinking about this, the way that 2020 has been set up. It's like Jesus is soon to return. And so we do not have time to mess around. We don't have time to play around. And so the gifts that God has placed on the inside of us, that is for other people. Yeah. We need to be using those gifts. We need to be sharing those gifts. We need to be helping somebody get to where they need to be. Because I don't know about you, but I don't want to be left behind. And I'm trying to leave this world empty. I'm not trying to leave with these gifts on the inside of me unused. I want to tap everything that God has placed on
everything. All of it. I want all of it.
Exactly.
Bring it all back.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
This is very powerful, very powerful. And Russell chiming in again. Thank you for why you so we're gonna move into assistance. Since I got my bestie back.
Ladies.
Yes. And like I was saying in the intro, I mean, this woman will help literally anybody. I mean, if you need it and she's got it, you got it, right? And if you need it, she can do it, then it's gonna happen. And this is not an invitation for anybody to take advantage of her. But
let it be known. She's not
gonna take advantage of her because she's gonna make sure that it's something that God told her to do when she does help. But it's just the heart that she has for people that I really admire because as an only child, I'm an only child, y'all. So for a lot of years, it was about me. It was about me and what Bree wanted. And so, like I said, I'm approaching 40 and I'm really thinking about some things like, man, how can I be better? Like I'm going into a new decade. I'm not trying to be the same Bree that I was 2 years ago. I'm really not. And so I'm just taking a reflective look and seeing how I can be a better friend, how I can be a better wife, how I can be a better everything. And so Melissa is one person that inspires me in that way. And so why is it important to you to help other women?
Oh wow, it's just something that we women don't often do. We don't ask for help. We've always been about that. And I would say, especially as Black women, be strong. You go out there and get it yourself. Society has created this. I'm my own woman. I can do whatever I want. I don't need no help. And so oftentimes, when life hits us, we're afraid to ask for help. And with some people, it's pride.
Yeah.
Some people, it's a privacy issue. They really don't want people in their business. But help can come in any way. You might need help with the kids.
Right.
Help isn't always, I'm down financially. I need some money. You might need help cleaning up your house. You might need help with a relationship situation. Help is just not always, needed financially.
Right.
And I think that's where a lot of people miss it. You might need help with a school project. You might need help going grocery shopping, getting some ideas to decorate your new room.
Right.
So it's just broad range.
Yeah.
You might need help getting to church. You might need help studying your word. So it's not just single to one particular thing.
Right. So help is not what you want to do, it's what the person actually needs.
Absolutely.
Person needs. Yes. Some people might need help. Like there's some people they have, and I have helped some people. They have no how do you say? They don't know how to go about applying for jobs. Different things like that. And I'm like, no, you do this, and this. So, helping is not just compiled into one thing.
Right. But tell me, have you always been like that, or is this something that you have grown into?
I have not always been like this. I've grown into it even more so now over the past 10 years of my life. I'm realizing that I need to help myself. And so I was like, wait a minute, I need help. Somebody else might need help with something else. So no, I didn't just pop up one morning like, hey, I'm gonna be a super helper. It's something that I went to. And experience.
Do that one more time. Just do that one more time.
And sometimes life situations open your eyes to things that were there that you didn't know before. And you're like, wait a minute. If I'm going through this and I'm experiencing through this, somebody else might be going through the same thing. So I've had a lot of, I guess what you could say, some very milestone events that have happened in my life within the past, 10 to 12 years. That kind of opened my eyes up to that.
Right. And you are more empathetic. Empathy for people because of those experiences.
Yes, because of those experiences. Yes.
Yes, that makes sense. Did you any of you ladies want to chime in with that?
When I think about how when you were just talking about helping people and the reasons why people don't want help, sometimes I think about how we don't, maybe growing up, you felt like if you help somebody, you feel like you're going to be indebted to someone else. And sometimes people are afraid of being indebted to someone else.
Yeah.
And just we've kind of raised in a culture sometimes where you're felt like if you're supposed to be strong and you should be able to handle it. And that's not true. It's okay to ask for help. It's okay to let someone know that we need something.
Right.
And I think that we had put such a dollar amount, on helping to where our minds are just been conditioned to where if I'm going to help you, I expect something in return. Or if I need help, I need to give you something back in return. And that's one thing that we kind of have to pull away from society because it don't always work that way. And when I go and help people, they're like, I just told her about a situation the other day. They're like, oh, how much you got? Nothing. You have to learn not to always have our hand held out because that's your reward. Now, you want that person to reward you, and you want God to reward you. And so that's what's got to be your mindset. If you got an asset, you got a skill, you got a talent, like he said, God gave you that.
Right.
It's to edify the body of Christ. Your gift is not for you.
Yeah.
That's not for you to go around here, saving the world. But if I have it within my means to do it, the Bible tells you don't withhold it from your neighbor when you have it in your hands to do it.
Yeah, no good.
So helping somebody doesn't always mean I got my hand held back out because you might not need it in that way. Something could come back up in your life a few weeks or a few days down the road, and then God in return returns the favor. And so we've kind of gotten away, and I know this seems a little simple, but we've kind of gotten away from that circle of life. We want our reward right now.
Right.
Instant, microwave, pop, pop, pop. Right. If I do this for you, I need to do something back for me in return. Yeah. And that's not what it should be. You kind of really condition and train our minds as a culture and as we. So that's why some people, like you said, they're a little reluctant to reach out to help because they feel like, if I ask for help, I'm going to have to return the favor. Well, maybe not to that person, but you might be in a position one day where somebody else needs help.
Yeah.
You help that person. No, you didn't help the person that helped you, but you in return help somebody else.
Yeah. And you said something too that I think I've had to learn in, these past couple of years, especially after I had children, is that the whole piece about asking for help. And I think that the barrier for me was I didn't want to seem weak. Sometimes if I'm asking for help, then that means that I'm not capable. There's something that you know, I'm not able to do. Like, oh my God.
And that's because we have been conditioned that we are women and we don't, we got to stay strong. Yeah.
Especially Black women.
Yeah. Oh God. Yeah.
Go ahead, Allie.
I would just chime in. I think we expect ourselves. You can't never expect yourself from other people, and I think that's what happens. Is how we get disappointed because we expect what I would do, the next person should do, or do it for me, and then we automatically get disappointed when they're not doing what I would do. So, and I think that's what happens is that I'll be the change. So I'm going to be the change. Like she said, somebody said, you know, how much do they charge you? Or how much do you charge? And you was like, nothing. And people are like, what? So it's time for us to be the light. You know what you need to see. So then if I become and do what I need to do, if I'm walking in goodness, if I'm doing what my part, then I will be the change agent for others. But we can't expect to change anybody because that's not going to happen.
No.
From anybody as well. And I think that's what we have to get in that mindset of where, again, I'm not weak. You know, it's not weak to need somebody. It's not. You're not less than because you need somebody to help you. You know, if anything, I think we need to get into a place right now, like literally God has wiped the slate clean. So we're all in the same, BMWs and Ultima's pulling up at churches, and thank God for the churches that's pulling up getting the same amount of food. Like right now, there's no higher than the other. We're all in each other. And I think we're in a place where we're all getting exposed. My stuff is getting exposed, where pride is coming out, where, oh my God, I you know what that was in me. Like, why do you want to ask for help? You know, why wouldn't I have help? And like Coach Ed said, you know, knowing your why, like, and that's even asking yourself, knowing your why. Like, why, if something comes up, like, why did I feel that? Why would I feel weak? You know, asking yourself why in that.
Yeah, exactly. And life will humble you real quick.
Yes.
If you think you up here,
it'll break you.
Life will humble you real quick.
Yes.
And they always say, closed mouth don't get fed.
Exactly.
And like I say, help isn't always financially because people kind of pull on you for that, and they'll pull on your Christian belief. Well, you're a Christian, you know. Can't help everybody. Some people they think they won't help.
That part.
They think they won't help, but then when you do like who was it, Man at the Gate. And then they said, I ain't got silver gold, but I got something for you.
Yeah.
You don't want the word. So, you know, this ain't no going in blind side. Oh, what to do? You know, help, power, there's singing, chirping everywhere. No, you're using that wisdom.
Right.
Because there's some people, they think they need my help for one thing, but then when I give it to them spiritually, they don't need my help.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Don't want that help.
They don't want the help.
I didn't want that help.
You can't help everybody because you really have to want it, and I think the way that you help should line up with your values.
Yes.
Like for instance, you know, if somebody came to me, you know, they're hard on their luck or whatever, and they come to me for money for some liquor. Well, I don't drink. And I know that's not helping you. So no, I'm not helping you. I'm not doing that. That doesn't align. And that's just an example, but that just doesn't align with my values, with my beliefs. And so you have to, like you said, use wisdom in your helping, because I'm not called to help everybody. And that's another thing that I kind of got convicted about before, because I was people saying, oh, well, don't worry about the people that don't want to help you. And oh, people don't want to help you in this way. And so there's something wrong with that. Well, I'm one person. I cannot help everybody.
Yeah.
You know, the resources that I have, are for a purpose. And I believe that God will guide us in where our help is going to be beneficial and most effective. And so I stopped being guilty about not being able to help certain people with certain things. Yeah, because I'm not called for it.
Yeah, and you don't cast your pearls before the swine, right? For them to trample upon them. You know, you use wisdom, and I know even with me, a lot of people try to use my success to make me feel guilty for not helping them. Well, what I've earned, I've worked for. And if I decide that I'm going to let you be a partaker of what I worked for, I want to make sure that you have the right mindset about what I'm doing, why I'm doing it. You know, because when you walk away from me, I want you to be able to fish. I don't want you to come to me for a fish sandwich. But you're only going to eat today.
Right.
I want you to walk away with something that's going to help you.
I'll take that fish down for the day, and then we can walk on it. Come on.
Give me the fish sandwich.
Hold on to that fish sandwich, girl. Let's walk with it, though, girl.
Yeah, exactly. So I'm going to give you something. You know, if you come to me, I'm not going to give you a stone, but I'm going to give you something that's going to carry you to your next level to help you, get to where you need to be. Whether that's cleaning out a closet or getting around to the grocery store. How can we make sure that the next time you're at least moving in the right direction?
Yeah.
A lot of people use help as a club. They come to you for help, and then they go to this person for help, and then they go to that person for help, and that's why they live, and that's why they don't never get past where they're supposed to go because they're just depending on help.
And I think that's where it starts. Like you said, it just starts with you. Knowing yourself and knowing who you are, and then that way you'll. I mean, it just of course you're wanting to knowing who you are. Like that's just about knowing your worth, and then in time those things come because again, everything is not for you to do.
No.
So, you know your worth, and you get that place where you get in discernment and asking God to give you discernment and wisdom, and now say, God, what's for me and what's not? Because again, I can tell that us women right here, we're servers, and we're naturally serve people, and sometimes they get taken advantage of because we're serving. So we'll get those ones, just kind of take advantage of the fact. But then you got to get to a place where you have to have discernment and wisdom. God, what is for me? Who is for me? And who is not? And what is the rest is just distractions. Because we will give, like literally, I can say we will give our last. I am like that. I'll give my last, but then we got to get to a place where it's like, okay, don't forget about you. Don't forget about you have a family. Don't forget you have. Don't forget, like you take care of your stuff too. And again, your gifts and everything gonna make room for you. God to take care of that. But don't. The bottom line thing we're here for is to tell women and everybody in general, don't forget about you.
That's
don't forget to take care of you because you sat down in a house with nobody really around you but you. So it's time for you to take care of you. So when it's time to go out, then you'll know your worth and you won't get passed around and you won't get taken advantage of and we won't get into that place because you will know like, no, I'm worth more than that.
right.
No, I can't do that because now I see you now. You fooled me twice. You got me twice.
Okay. And that beats
money from me and you ain't giving no bread,
Exactly. You got to know it's God. You got to know it's God because like I tell her, I don't help everybody.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? But you got to know it's God. And it's got to be a heart thing. You got to know your purpose behind doing it. It can't just be building a worldly relationship. God got to come up with some point in this, because our ultimate goal is to be bringing people to Christ.
Amen. And it's for His glory. And you have such a big heart. She really have a huge heart.
She really does.
She does. I can see, like you have a big heart.
Exactly. And that point that you just said, it sounds like it applies to every one of these areas, bringing people to Christ.
Yes.
That is the ultimate purpose of everything that we do, right? We affirm people because we want to bring them to Christ, right? There's something different about her. What is it about her that she will call me beautiful every time she sees me? I want to know more.
Amen.
Drawing people to Christ. That accountability. I'm willing to tell you the truth.
Yes.
I'm not just going to sugarcoat everything because I want to.
Yes,
I'm gonna tell you the truth. I'm gonna tell you what you're doing wrong, because I know that you need to hear it. Whether you receive it or not, that's one thing. But one day you're gonna think about that thing.
And the truth sets us free.
Yeah,
the truth sets us free.
Yeah.
So there's this picture going around on Facebook. They say 4 words, and this girl in this cut up dress or whatever it is. And I mean, y'all, she looks horrible. And everybody's like, well, you ain't got no true friends. The point the picture was making was she went out with her friends and they told her she looked cute. And of course she didn't look cute. And so if you're gonna help somebody, you got to be honest with them, you got to be open, they will appreciate it better. You can get some tough love in a cookie. Okay? You you can tell them, okay, look, sis, this ain't happening. You know this, A, B, C, and D. Now what I need you to do is this. And because you don't want it to be your flesh. See what I'm saying? When you're helping somebody, because my whole thing is promoting God, promoting you. You know, if I help somebody and I know they're not a part of the church, I'm sliding up in there some kind of way. Okay, are you connected to a ministry? You know, this is why you need to be connected. You know, because you build those godly relationships. Or you say, you know, and if you're that close to me and you can't receive me like that, then you know it's time for me to start.
To know your circle,
because you know my whole thing is, you know, God is no respecter person. So when I'm helping people, you can't be like, well, I'm gonna help this person, not this person. No, because of this, and this. You know, it's timing. A lot of it is timing. Right. And you know, I'm not just gonna walk into a perfect total stranger's home and you know start doing this and start doing that. But, you know, you gotta promote God. You gotta promote ministry and everything that you're doing. Because that's kind of like the avenue that God is kind of giving you to make it easier for you to minister.
Exactly. So everything you do, again, is for Christ. And I tell people all the time, like they say, what is a ministerial life coach? You know, what does that mean? You know, what you're doing? And again, it's like, I'm not hitting nobody over the head with the Bible. By all means, no. But I know that I'm a reflection of him. So what I in turn do is going to be his goodness. So then if you ask me of that, then we'll go, you know, further in there. But I realize that I am a reflection of him. So the gifting that he gave me, I'm going to do it for his glory. I'm not going to hit your head with a Bible. I'm not going to.
That's right.
When I walk it out, it's going to show me loving my neighbor as myself. I don't have to say the word because I'm walking his word out.
And make sure that you're not giving so much that you're being pulled off. The layers of you are being pulled off as well. And sometimes we can get so caught up in helping. That's my ministry. You know, I'm helping. And then now you leave feeling worse, and you bet worse off than the person you were trying to help.
Yeah, and you just have to be careful. That's that balance. You know, that balance of my time versus your time. Like Coach Eb, like I'm sure you know that. Like
everything that's in my cup is for me.
Yes.
Everything that spills over is for everybody else.
Yes.
It's for everybody.
Oh, yeah, you got to put that one on the show.
And that means that you're living in the overflow.
Yes.
That means that you're living in the overflow. So you gotta be full.
So that you may be
absolutely. And that's what it is. It's just that
all night. We could. But everybody got to go to work in the morning. Well, my son is going to school in the morning, so I'm not going to keep everybody tonight. But I do want to give you all an opportunity to tell people how they can connect with you. You have your businesses, you have your things going on. So please, Allie, tell everybody how they can connect with you.
Hello, everybody. Again, thank you for this. This is an awesome platform. Thank you, sis, Coach Eb. Oh, I love that she came. That's the friend right there. I'm going to come to the house, girl, and sit beside you.
Yes.
And sister right now, Kelly Thompson, I love you so much. Yes, we living in the overflow, sis. Yes. But you can find me on www.alliebconsulting.com. I'm also on Life of a Butterfly, and you can find me on Instagram at allieb.free. Again, just hit me up and talk to me. Like, you know, we all need somebody. We all need accountability. Iron sharpens iron, another sharpens another. And I really believe that we have been set free to really, truly live free. And not just free for myself, but freedom for somebody else. That's what we're doing this for. To help set somebody else free. And always remember that. Your gifting sets people free.
Yes. Coach Eb,
hey guys, Brianna, thank you so much. I have truly enjoyed this evening speaking with these beautiful ladies. It really was time flew by in like an hour. Whoa, that was but you guys can find me. My website is www.coachebony.com. You can also find me on Instagram at CoachEb_. I'm on Facebook, Ebony Cornish. My goal is to help women overcome this cycle of quitting in their lives so that you can make yourself a priority and therefore you will be the best for everyone else in your life. So look me up. I'd love to work with you.
Yes. I'd like to share
I'm just on Facebook. I mean, I am special. Thank you. I'm just Melissa Missy on Facebook. I'm a fun-loving girl. I love to have fun.
And she's single, by the way. So if you
and I need to take away the word just. You're not just Melissa. You are.
Oh, okay.
I am.
Thank you for that, ma'am. Thank you.
I am.
Yes, but I am here. I am available. Melissa Missy. I'm on Facebook.
Yes.
Now, when you find them sandwiches.
Yes, and thank you, Mohika, for hanging out with us.
Thank you. I love you. I love you, honey. Iron sharpens iron. Iron sharpens another.
Yes, right. And you guys know, we were doing this show. We did the show for like a year, and then when we decided to come back, the Lord really pressed it upon my heart to include an invitation to salvation, because again, it's all about Christ, and it's all about inviting people to him. So I dare not get off of here tonight without giving somebody the opportunity, because there may be someone out there who does not know him for themselves. And if there is anyone out there who does not know Christ, let me tell you, in order to be a part of the body of Christ, where you have true sisters and a true family, according to the word of God, you've got to have a relationship with God first. And he is crazy about you. He is crazy about you, and he wants more than anything to be in relationship with you. So if that is you, I want you to repeat this prayer after me. Say, Heavenly Father, I come to you in the name of Jesus.
Come to you in the name of Jesus.
Your word says that whosoever shall call on the name of the Lord shall be saved. I'm calling on you. I pray and ask Jesus to come into my heart and be the Lord of my life, according to your word in Romans 10:9-10, that if I confess that Jesus is Lord, that he died for my sins, and that God raised him from the dead, I know that whom the Son sets free is free indeed. I am saved. Thank you, Lord, for saving me.
Yes.
And if you said that prayer, then know that Christ did exactly what you asked him to do. He came.
Amen. Welcome to the family.
Welcome to the family.
No, you did it.
Yes.
Already done.
But I thank you guys again for joining with us tonight. Thank you for hanging out with me tonight, ladies. Thank you for persevering and making it happen.
Ride or die.
Yes.
And she know it too.
Yes. And we hope that you all have been encouraged by what we've shared with you tonight. Again, I am Brianna G. Whitaker, award-winning author, speaker, and promoter of godly relationships, encouraging you to pray well, believe well, serve well, represent well, and all will be well with you. In Jesus' name.
Amen. Say prayers and rub it. Say prayers and rub it.
All right. Good night, everybody.
Good night. Bye, Coach Eb.
Good night, Allie B. Good night, Missy. Good night, Brianna.
Nice to meet you, ladies.
Good night, everybody.